Hey people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please comment, like and share. I'm going to be looking at how to cut a pencil skirt, straight skirt. First thing to do is to fold your cloth into four. As you see me fold, the way I fold this, that is what you fold. Then the first thing is to rule out your starting line, which is your waistline, and the next line is your hip line, which is 8 inches from your waist to that place. Now you go to the third line, which is your knee line. My knee line is 23 inches, depend on how deep you want your slit to be. I want my slit to be a little bit down, not too high. That is why I make it 23. You can do yours 20, 21 or 22. It all depends on your choice. Now I've taken out all my lines. As you can see, I rule my starting line. I have my hip line, and then I have my knee line, and I have my full length. These are the body distance you need. Now I'm applying my body circumference, and the waist is 40. I mark 10. 40 divided by 4 is going to give you 10, and my hip is 48. I divide it by 4, it gives me 12, and I mark 12 on my hip line. I'm adding 1 extra inches allowance to all. I add extra 1 inches allowance to the waist, and I do the same on my hip. Now I'm going to place my tape, measure everything I have together. Everything I have together is 13, and when I get to the nail, I'm going to be reducing it by 2 inches. You can see I mark 11 inches there. Because it's a straight skirt, as you are going down, it's going to be giving you a fitting. And then I connect my line from the hip down to the nail length. And now I connected my waist to the hip. And whatever thing I have on my nail length, that is the same thing I'm going to be having on my full length. I marked 11 inches there, and I connected it from my nail down there to my full length, and I connect my full length together, as you can see me doing. It is very simple. When you watch to the end, you will understand it. Now we get to the back of the skirt. I mark 1.5 inches at the waistline, and on my hip line, sorry, there was a mistake here. On my hip line, I mark 2 inches. On my nail line at the back, I mark 1.5 inches too. And I connected everything together. As you see me doing, I'm connecting my lines together. Now I'm going to connect from the waist to the hip line, because I've connected from the hip to the nail earlier. So, and when we are done connecting, I marked 4 inches from here you are seeing, and that is going to serve as my slit or overlapping. And I mark it down. I connected my lines, and you can see the view. You can see all the body distance. Look at my waistline, my starting line, and look at my hip line and see my nail line. And the next line is my full. You can see I canceled the first line for my full skirt, and I added extra inches to the length, because I have now increased the length of my skirt, and I started cutting. You're going to cut following your chalk, as you can see me doing. You cut all your lines out, as you see me doing. Careful if you are cutting, and make sure you cut a little bit outside of your chalk in case of necessity. We are still cutting. I'm cutting the back. This is the back of my skirt, and the one that I did not cut there is the front of my skirt. So this side is the both side, that is the left and the right side of our skirt. That is what I'm cutting now, and I'm tracing my chalk to cut. So we're still cutting, and we're almost getting to the end. So we're done cutting. Please subscribe. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and comment. I'm just trying to mark out what your dart is going to look like. As you fold your cloth into two, mark 4.5 inches and you mark 4 inches downward, as you see me doing. From that line, you measure half inches from the left, measure half inches from the right, and you use your straight ruler to connect it the way you see me doing. Anyway, this is not too clean because I use my hand, so you can use your ruler to give you a very clean job. And that is what the dart look like. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.